and welcome. This is Tracy Regula, and I'm doing our little midnight rite here from the Temple of Isis. And thank you all for joining me this evening. Um, this is a little bit different tonight because I actually pre-scheduled it, so I'm trying to learn how to do that. We're all getting a little bit better at doing Zoom-like type things and live broadcasts as time goes by, and I felt like I should get up to speed a little bit better. So tonight I actually have a screen behind me, which I'm only moderately worried about backing up and knocking over, and I actually put up a little bit of advance notice, so hopefully if you want to join me, you actually had the alert and opportunity to kind of prepare. So thank you all for being here, and I hope that we can see the darker hours of the night in safely. And if you're still up and intending to go to bed soon, that this will be a gentle way of going into the realms of dreams and also feeling that you are approaching a blessed period of very restorative and safe sleep. So may that be the case for all of us. And in doing these midnight rites, I'm following in the footsteps of our foundress here, Lady Lorianne Vignier, who did a Temple of Isis dream incubation in the Grand Temple on occasion, where everyone would go up there and there'd be cots laid out and you would sleep inside the temple for the night and record your dreams and be able to discuss them the next morning at breakfast. And the very first time I did an event here at Isis Oasis, which is many years ago now, that was part of my presentation too, that we did the interpretation of dreams over breakfast after having had dream tea at night. And whereas I can't provide you with the tea, hopefully I can provide you with the guidance that will lead you to some good dreams and good sleep. And so from the Temple of Isis dream incubation, we have the adoration. Honor to you, Isis, the shining one whose brilliance covers the earth, the eternal light who brings life, growth, and healing to those who seek the answers in their dreams. Fill my spirit with your radiance. All adoration is given to you, Isis, the great mistress of the holy house. And here is the midnight song. It is midnight, time to go to bed and dream. Dreams are never what they seem. You must dwell on what they mean. It is midnight. When you wake up at sunrise, take the time to analyze, for your dreams are very wise. It is midnight, it is midnight, it is midnight. All right, and here is our prayer for dreaming. Honor to you, Isis, the keeper of the sacred portals of the great dream temples, the sanctuaries of revelation and inspiration. Fill my spirit with strength. Honor to you, Isis, protectress of your disciples in the dream temples of vision and healing. Fill my spirit with compassion. Honor to you, Isis, the oracle of revelation in the innermost part of my heart, the greatest one of powerful pronouncements. Fill my spirit with divine wisdom. Honor to you, Isis, guardian of sleep, goddess of dreams, bringer of visions. Awaken me in the dreams of the past and bring them to the present, so I may utilize them in the future. And Isis has a long connection with dreams, and of course, the entire culture of ancient Egypt had records of many important dreams, one of the most crucial being a young prince of Egypt dreaming that he should clear the sand from around the Sphinx. And in that dream, he was promised that he would be Pharaoh if he did so. And he, in fact, became Pharaoh and erected what is called the dream stele, which is in front of the Sphinx even today. And it records how he, at midday, fell asleep or went into a dream state, um, and perceived that this was what was needed of him to do. And he did it and then recorded it many years later when he was, in fact, Pharaoh. So much that happens in our dreams can become an enhancement to our everyday reality. And dreams contain their own realities too, which, if you are an experienced dreamer, you're probably well aware of the many, many places that they can take you. One thing that I find helpful when I'm trying to get into a state that's more conducive for dreaming is to lie flat on my back. And I know many other, dream experts suggest, on this, often on, I think it's the left side and so on. But I find if I really set myself out in bed very straight and have just something very small under my neck so my head is back and flat, that this is a very helpful posture for me to get into a state that is more conducive to deep dreaming. And often, I'll be in that posture for a time and then I'll, shift out of it, and I can even feel myself kind of shifting out of it as I'm drifting into dream. And that's fine. So you don't have to stay there like that all night. But just to kind of settle yourself. I think it's almost, in a way, erasing some of the stresses of the day, because you're just laying yourself out very straight and even, and that this, I think, helps clean the slate for what you're going to go into, which is the world of dreaming. So you may want to try that if you like. And there are many scents that are appropriate for dreaming. Pleasant ones, of course, are probably the best. There's an old tradition that jasmine oil put on the ear will help you remember what you've dreamed. So you might want to try that. But of course, use a diluted form of jasmine rather than a pure absolute or essential. So I hope that that's helpful to you. An ingredient in dream pillows, which has been used by many with great success, is the dried herb mugwort, and that can be easily obtained and stuffed into a little pillow. You can add other dream-inducing herbs. Lavender often is considered one and can go in there too if you like the scent. But be sure that it's something that you like. The mugwort has kind of an interesting herby scent to it, and you can play around with the amounts so you don't get something that's too overwhelming. And once you make one of these little sachets, and it doesn't have to be a whole pillow, I suppose it could be, that might really bring on some dreams, but most people will make like a little velvet sachet and stuff it with the various herbs, and there are many other recipes that you can find too that will be helpful in inducing good sleep and good dreams. So, all right. So I hope this gives you some ideas for creating a peaceful and restful sleep. I'm on a little bit different program here, so I'm not sure if I'm actually seeing if anyone is bringing up some comments. My apologies if I'm missing anyone, but I'm not quite used to this type of screen before. Trying it tonight. So, to close our little dream session, I want to do the Goodnight Goddess song, which is a nice way of going into sleep as well. Good night, Goddess of the night. Good night, Goddess of starlight. Good night, Goddess, Good night, goddess of starlight. I hope this has brought you into a good place to prepare for sleep and to find a restful and restorative sleep, which is eluding a lot of us these days with all the tensions and stresses of our worldwide situation. And so dreams can be an important portal into another reality. Though I find, and I'm having reported to me too, that many people are actually incorporating COVID restrictions in their dreams, which I really think is unnecessary. But I've had those dreams myself where, I'm aware of people around me wearing masks or that I don't have one. It's kind of a new element to that typical anxiety dream that many people have where you find yourself like naked in front of an audience or you're very ill dressed for whatever is going around you. Now we have this additional potential dream anxiety of not having your mask with you. But in dreams, fortunately, you can generally manifest one very quickly and easily and use that if you must in those situations. But one of the great pleasures is that you can go to places with groups of people in your sleep and feel something of the more typical social interactions that we all have taken for granted so much. And if there is one overwhelming lesson to get from all this that we're going through is how very, very valuable our connections with others are, how meaningful the time that we actually spend in physical presence can be. And I think in dreams we also extend that you can actually spend time with others in an energetic presence, which can be very comforting and meaningful and very real. So I wish you all a good night and that you will have wonderful dreams. And if you want to share any of those with me, please feel free to message me on my Facebook page, DeTracy Regula, and I'll be more than happy to help you contemplate your dreams as it says in the song, when you wake up at sunrise, take the time to analyze, for your dreams are very wise, in the words of Lady Lorien. So, good night to all of you. I wish you a beautiful night's sleep, and hopefully this has been a good pathway for you for that. Goddess bless you all. May your dreams be wonderful and pleasant and inspiring, and may all be well. Good night.